SCAD aTVfest brings together exclusive premieres and offers insider access to the talents whose portrayals can define an entire series. Backstage, I caught up with Jennifer Morrison, formerly of House, and star of ABC's fantastical sixth-season hit, Once Upon a Time. Can you tell me what makes a television show great?
There is definitely some kind of magic to it that you can't put your finger on. You know, you never know when you're making a project whether or not it's going to succeed for sure. But I can say that there were certain comparisons between House and Once. When you look at the writing staff, you look at the writers who are the showrunners, when you look at the director they choose for the pilot, you look at the executives at the network, you look at the actors that have signed on, you look at the cinematographer, there's a certain energy to certain combinations. They've proven themselves in the past. And then I also experience in the casting process usually a sense of their decisiveness or indecisiveness. I technically tested for House, but Bryan Singer didn't want to test anybody else. And so there was a real decisiveness there, and there was an energy to how they made all of their decisions. And very similarly on Once, when Eddie and Adam really felt like I was the girl to play Emma, they went to town to fight to get that offer. We're gonna make sure it happened. And I think a lot of times that clear vision is what makes a project stand out and succeed.
When Henry brought me to Storybrooke, he told me I was the savior. I didn't see what he was really doing. He was not bringing me back to break a curse. He was bringing me home.
Magical realism and live-action fairy tales, it seems like Once really paved the way, and now we're seeing a lot more of those due to the success of Once. What do you think explains this kind of moment of magical realism?
We have a lot of intense things that are going on in the world, and I think that people are looking to escape a little bit in order to enjoy something, or they need a break or a breath from the intensity of what everyday life is. It gives the viewer a chance to make a decision to feel something. And it's like an invitation to choose if you want to participate in those feelings or not. And also it's a female-driven show.
Yes, and you're the warrior princess.
Yeah, it's like when we first did the pilot, Disney wasn't going to let Snow White hold a sword.
Ooh.
Because they had never shown Snow White with a weapon. And now look how far we've come in 6 years, and the show really embraces that and drives that message on television right now.
So many factors, and certainly you.
Oh, thank you. I am so impressed with SCAD. Honestly, I think being in the arts, you know about SCAD. It's one of the most renowned art schools in the world. I actually just directed my first feature film, and it was a SCAD graduate who was my cinematographer, and had such an amazing experience collaborating with him. He was incredibly instrumental in being a support for me in the editing room and in the sound design. And you know, every step of the way, directing can be really lonely, because at the end of the day, you have to make the final call on every decision. And there's so many ways you can screw up a movie. You can ruin a movie so many times. To have a real collaborator by your side that had the confidence and the expertise from his education here, and then the continued life experiences of the work he'd done, is a huge part of why I'm proud of the film.
Well, the arts and education bring people together.
They do, absolutely. Yeah.